Okay, welcome to today's class. I warmly welcome to my Zoom audience and on the people who are watching me on Facebook, online or offline. We are in continuity of a course which we started 4 5 weeks ago about the ABC of success in 10 steps based on the book written by Dr. and psychiatrist um, David Hawking. Um, and we did learn a few weeks ago in step one about the power of intention. Then we did learn about what is meaning of enjoyment in the journey of success. And then in step three, we did learn about how the serviceability uh, does help you to create a new horizons of success. And then step four, we did learn last week about aesthetic uh, factor is so important to being a successful person. And today we are going to explore briefly about uh, what is the role of attraction uh, for your business and for your uh, professional ability to serve the people. Uh, so the basically the attraction does refer that uh, do you have a really genuine uh, methods to serve the customer to give them the genuine experience uh, so that they become loyal towards you, so you don't need to invest I mean thousands of millions of pounds and dollars on the marketing budget. You know what I mean? If your product and service is too great, um, and your service methods and including the customer service are also great, so any customer will be overwhelmed and will be attracted to your product or service forever, lifetime. So by producing amazing product and service, you will buy actually customer in the sense that they will always contact you and you don't need a heavy budget for attract your new customer. So this is the beauty behind the step number five, which Dr. David Hawkins is advising us. So basically, that is all about uh, generating trust, generating attraction, and ways of attracting the customer. But this attraction is not uh, because of the fake uh, and forcefully marketing techniques, but this attraction is a organic attraction which you are able to generate uh, uh, and meet with the customer which you already served, and they are coming again and again, and they are contacting you and they are referring their friend and family to you. So that is the great step to make you a successful person in your life. So uh, this and if I will try to relate this aspect with my family life, with my personal life. So it does mean that you don't need to find new people to make your life happy. You don't need to do other techniques to find new people. Of course, finding new people, meeting new people is always good. But if you are doing deliberately, like you are obsessed to date with the same or opposite sex for love, for uh, for intimacy, um, for collaboration, for networking, for your product and service. Uh, that is very forceful and maybe boring, maybe very what we call it very stressful uh, efforts you will be doing for meeting or finding or discovering new people. Rather than if you have a genuine personality with proper uh, integrity, full character, with um, competency, um, and all basic which make you human, a genuine, honest human. So you don't need to find new people. People will always attract towards you. Uh, so I'm just trying to relate this attraction on a personal or uh, uh, family family level as well. So and we are going to learn today uh, also about why we love McDonald's, why we love KFC, why we love Apple, Microsoft, why I love my brand. I always, whenever I need clothes, I go to my favorite outlet and purchase my needful clothes, my fashion related stuff, and I trust on these brands. Why? What uh, make you trust on them? What attraction they have? That is the topic of today. And if you are selling your product or service, if you have professional competency, so will you able to create a consistent source of attraction about your product and service so other people genuinely, organically, naturally can contact you and buy your product and service rather than you invest thousands of dollars but you want to get attraction from the people. That is going to we are going to learn. And I know personally many people uh, who uh, do lot of credibility related activities rather than marketing related activities. They don't promote their product or services by offering some discount, by giving them some offers to the potential customer, but their company is very trustworthy. Their company, their personality and character itself has a strong integrity, especially about the quality of the product. So other people and the customer, they still buying from you and they refer their friend and family to you. And that's the simple way of having a success in the life. So we will go through all these detail from the book. I'm your host and facilitator Marathib Ali Shad, and we come every Sunday and learn a new topic, read from a couple of paragraphs from different sources and books of the legend people, and then try to understand different things and implement in our own life. And that's very simple. And I hope that every 45 to 60 minutes, every Sunday, will create a very positive and improved impact on your life in order to move forward in your life in all major roles of your life. So let's go and we will start our reading and learning. So main idea always remember for our today's class is we should not focus on promotion, but on genuine attraction, genuine um relationship, uh, and genuine trust of the people on your product and service. So, just quickly, I want to say why we invest too many money on the marketing. Why? Let's say if I have a $100 and 100 pounds for my business, let's assume I'm starting a business. So I will dedicate, let's say, 20 to 30% of marketing budget for my business. Or let's say I took a loan from a bank to expand my business, and I dedicated 20 to 30% of my loan amount into marketing activities. Why? Why I need too much money for this? Or even many companies, they invest 50% of their profit in marketing to get attraction uh, for new customer. But my question is why? And if they do, is it their wise decision? Is it a waste of money too much on the marketing activities? Rather than they could put this money or half of the marketing budget on improving their product and service so that their self customer can genuinely nourished, genuinely enriched and in touch with you. Is enough. Or do you think the marketing budget is really essential for companies? What do you think? Before we reading, I would like your opinion about this thing. Uh, so, Jenny or Cynthia, what do you think? Or people who are listening and watching me on Facebook, you can also type your answer. Why do we need uh, invest or have big expense on attracting the new customer or having a big marketing budget for my company?
To grow the business and also to support the brand. Like your company is a brand. So when you buy like State Farm insurance or Liberty Mutual, just use insurance. Everyone knows that name. It's building a trust. Or Apple, like you said, they know the product. And when you spend the money on the product and everyone sees what it is, people want that product. It's brand building. You've got to have that in your marketing budget, but you have to support it too with, like you said, the way you treat people and the way they feel, because your brand comes with emotional feelings and people buy based on emotions. They think they're getting something amazing and that's why they want it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you are very crystal clear about this. If you have a look on the screen, there are a couple of brands. Um, these are just very few uh, global brands, um, which everybody knows. We know them also because of their marketing techniques, how they did approach to me. And when I first come across with them, when maybe I purchased any product or they buying their services, so that's I need to uh, have many ways to get to know them. And for example, on the brand which are on the screen, um, like Ford, that's my car brand. I love Ford because the Fords are the best cars. But of course, there are many other cars. I love Apple. I love Shell Petrol or Energy. I love Disney movies. I love McDonald. I love used Visa. So, and I trust them whenever they will launch any new thing. I will not hesitate to go them. So even they are, if they are not advertising massively, I will still consider that I will uh, go to them to buy the things. So main difference, like Jenny said, experience. Main difference is they are buying my what is called loyalty, and we also love to leave reviews on Trustpilot, on many website uh, where people go uh, to read their reviews before they're buying any product and services. Like for example, I have a tech business. Many customer, when they buy and purchase our product and service, uh, I often ask, where did you know our company? Just for information purpose or marketing purpose, and mostly say from Trustpilot, or you have fantastic reviews. So, and even in the reviews, they are so what we call it. They are so um, selected and specific that they know the name of the worker. Oh, sorry, I need to meet. I need to speak with John. I read one of the reviews on the Trust Pilot. So where is John? So people buy and they read. They create a trust in their heart, and then they start to use them. But if you have a good review, but and for some reason, if they don't have a bad, if they don't have a what we call not a great experience, so that your all reviews will not be very effective for you. So success or the attraction demands a lot of things. If your reviews are good, but your experience is not offering what your reviews were showing, then customer will disappoint and will go to your competitor. And and however, for some reason, if a customer never know about you and he or she does use you, then what happened? Um and surprisingly, they found you very amazing service provider, and they will, the next thing they will do, they will write a brilliant review, and they will recommend their friend and family to you. And that is because of your attraction, which you make your system in operation when you serve that first time customer. So it is interlinked. Uh, your experience create attraction to the customer, and your attraction creates the trust in the customer. So let's have a look, and we can read it. So I would ask Jenny if you can start reading.
This might answer your question. The lowest point in the United Kingdom is the fence
Alexa,
at 4
stop.
meters below.
You ready?
I don't know. Alexa is very clever. I said to Jenny, please continue. Alexa start to continue.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's a funny. And it means that the Alexa is considering herself as a Jenny.
That's
And
right.
she's
She is considering being a Jenny now. Those will be on sale soon. Okay, so I'm going to read rely on attraction rather than promotion. Keep in mind that promotion with aggressive, forceful marketing, advertising, and sales pitches is very outer directed and takes time, money, and energy. Mary Tip, are you hearing it come back after I talk?
yeah, I think now you can carry on. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Attraction, on the other hand, takes no time, energy, effort, or money. Promotion comes from force. The rule of the universe is that force meets with counterforce. Persuasion meets with sales resistance. The more money you spend on promotion, the higher you're going to have to raise your market price. Hence, you will eventually create a price resistant ceiling and narrow the gap between your product and that of your competitor.
Hmm. Thank you. It's a great reading, Jenny. So the main take home point is the promotion comes from force, and force creates the resistance. Uh, so people and companies who are forcing to customer, oh come on, buy our product, you will be amazing, and you will get this and this and this. At the same time, they will have a fully tendency to face opposition from bad customer, opposition from your competitor, opposition from your own company, because probably they are not able to meet uh, the excitement, uh, expectation of the excitement which you are creating in the heart of customers. You know what I mean? So this force requires a lot of demands in many dimensions, and that we have to be very careful, uh, not to give too many expectation, just uh, without, I mean, do those activities which create trust in your customer through their experience when they buy your product or service, or make a very polite and calm marketing material so that they can understand how your product or service can help to fulfill the needs of that person, of that lady, of that family, or that business if they are marketing business to business. So and that is very important highlight point as well. The persuasion meet with sales resistance. I know a lot of boss and how they are treating their sales staff. Come on, you need to meet, you have a this goal. You need to sell uh, like $25,000 this week. This is your goal. If you don't do this, then then we have other people to try, and uh, and and what they will do. The sales staff has too much pressure because if they know that if they are not um, meet the target, the sales target, my boss will uh, have a bad feelings because of that boss has uh, too much investment in the marketing. So if my boss is investing, let's say 25,000 pounds in marketing to create 10 times business, 10 times business what they were doing, and if they even didn't get double of their business or 3 or 4 time business, then the boss will be very very angry and disappointed, and then might be they will reduce the staff, sales staff, or they will hire another sales staff. So that's why it is uh, it is very challenging and it is very frustrating for the sales staff when they are selling, especially the salespeople when they are doing the cold calling. And we know that the cold calling, how badly they are the salespeople, calling to the random people in the list of 100 people. Oh, hello, hi. I have this product and service, and this is a brilliant offer for you. And the other person who is the recipient, they will call F, and and, and they shut the phone down. They don't listen to these cold caller sales type of calls because there is no trust. There is no any connection, how they can create attraction for people, and let them know that we need to buy them. Uh, so then what does it matter? Number one is reputation, is your credibility, is your integrity. That is the number one thing. That will save your millions of dollars, millions of pounds if you are a big company, and half of the marketing budget if you are a smaller, medium size of business, or maybe 90% saving your marketing if you are running your business from your home. That is so important. So let's see, let's have a look what further Dr. David Hawkins says. So Cynthia, if you can start, read it, please.
What attracts and builds your success without any time, energy, or effort? Your reputation does that. Your reputation is not a fake image that you hire some marketing corporation to fabricate, but rather the real genuineness of your endeavor, which shines forth in and in and is evident to everyone in everything you do. Some companies' very names or labels evoke a warm feeling in us because they have proved themselves over time to provide a product or service that is well crafted, trustworthy, and unique with reliable and responsive customer service. The reputation is the effect of a positive energy, ABC.
Yeah, thank you. It's a great reading. Yeah, so which any company which I'm buying, um, I have used them and I will continue to use them. I trust them. And that's is saying because of their reputation. Many people they think that they are, oh how, oh they create reputation because they are billionaires, their boss are, and they can invest millions of pounds and dollars in marketing, and everybody knows they can hire a I mean, very attractive girls for marketing and sales. And for many months and years, they are marketing. So they are able to create a good rapport about their company. But does it make any sense? How many companies we can trust on them because their sales pitch is too much impressive? Their TV commercials are amazing, or their marketing style is so amazing. How many months or year they can survive? They are surviving only because of their genuine reputation they are able to create. Their quality assurance department, they have created attraction for customer, not because of the marketing only, but also the experience what they have served with the customer. That's why they are successful for long. I remember when I was very young, I think in my college time in 90s, uh, 95 or 96, when the McDonald's and Pizza Hut and KFC, they were over the world, and every person they got a new idea about eating food outside the home uh, with an excellent quality. Uh, and I remember the many people who were around me or in my city, uh, they were have a very bad mouth about big brands. Oh, they will survive. It's just a temporary uh, funding, and they have proper I mean, for some agendas, and they are trying to help the political actors to launch something to change the mind of the people, and they have philosophy, political motives behind their companies. and they won't survive for few years. And now, after 30, 40 years, I can see, I can experience that their product and service and their demand is exponentially high than when they started in 30, 40 years before. It's not because of only money they had or they could able to manage uh, and attract the investor, but they were successful and they are successful to attract customers genuinely when they have used them. So, uh, because of the product or service and quality, that all happens, not because of the money. And money cannot survive further. Uh, if you see from the screen, the Dr. David says the mostly companies and corporation calibrate around 200, as same as the government bureaucracy. So 200, if you see here, the map of the consciousness, um, permitting, visible, their emotion is affirmation, empowerment. So that's very fulcrum state, very default state. Many companies start their marketing or they start to serve the customer. And when they calibrate above 300 or 300, like 250, 310, which create, if you see here, trust, optimism. So they are able to create trust and optimism within the people so that they can buy this brand again and again. And they customers are willingly to buy their product and service, and they are very hopeful. They are inspired from these brands on the conscious level we're talking about. This is the spiritual explanation. Here we are reading from the book, The Map of the Consciousness. So that's amazing information. So let's continue further and we will read. Let me do this paragraph and the next one is Jenny will read. The ABC that we hold in mind is the magnet that has pulling power and it costs nothing. Hmm. If you are doing a good job, people will search you out. That does not mean you should not let them know that you are there and what service you have available, what your specials are this week, and what your hours are. It is old axiom in the business that a satisfied customer is the best advertisement. Everyone knows and says, "Oh, yes, I know that." And then they proceed to ignore it. So that is the main um, word of mouth thing is the most speedy marketing, and that does not happen with money. I remember, I tell you a quick story. My my son, few weeks ago, he came uh, came in the home after the school, and he said, "Oh, Dad, you know that there is amazing um, juice and drink has come in the market. My friend uh, bought it from a local Asda shop, Asda grocery supermarket, and it's so tasty. I can't tell you, and I need 5 to 10 uh, cans for this drink. Ca- and let's go tonight to grab them until it will run out." And I said, "Afan," his name is Afan. I said, "Afan, what are you talking about? I never knew about this drink. Where, where it has advertised." So I got the name of that drink and I Google it. and I could not find proper like impression. It is very tasty, and everybody's talking about this juice. But when I went into the supermarket, Asda, who were selling them, and there were I think hundreds of uh, what stands. They were empty, and there was no juice there. There was no drink there. And next day, a fan again came to home and asked, "Oh yeah, I bought some of the drink, but they finish very random, very quickly, and everybody takes it overnight." And can you can you access that how the level of marketing this is without any money, without there is no TV commercial, there is no any advertisement, just a word of mouth, the taste, and then I came to know this juice and this drink was recommended by two YouTuber, uh, and and they say just drink it and you will be amazed and blah blah blah, and only that word of mouth started by these YouTuber attract thousands of schoolboys to drink, to have that drink in my local town where I live in London. So this is the word of mouth, how your product and service uh, create uh, create a message like a fire in a jungle. So let's take this example of donut. Uh, I like this example. Is so, and let's learn what is a message behind this example, and then I think we will finish our today's class. So I know everybody love donut. I like donut, but I will never eat it because of too much sweet, too much unhealthy ingredient. This donut. But if, for example, in my mind I want to eat donut, I will eat just mentally. Mm, so tasty, and colorful donuts and stuff. But because of the health reason, because of the unhealthy ingredient, I will never ever choose it. Even I'm a damn hungry. But many people can't control. They have too much watery mouth, and they will um, go for donuts, especially here in London. Uh, there are many donut shops outside the corporate buildings, and people when they come outside in the lunchtime, they go to donut, take one donut, and then they go. But obviously, it's not a healthy eating. But uh, I'm not talking about here is healthy or unhealthy. Here in this reading, we will learn about when you compromise on quality of donut, then this donut business will fall down until it will close down. But if you will not compromise on quality, um, then you don't need marketing. Your every donut eater will ask other people to eat that donut, and that is a marketing ongoing for a lifetime. So let's have a learn from this example. Uh, so I would ask Jenny if you can start reading. Hi, Jenny, you are there?
I am sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay. A good rule of
Okay.
thumb is, do you want me to read this?
Yes, please.
Okay. A good rule of thumb is to go by is to ask yourself whether the temptation to take a certain shortcut is worth the risk of ruining your business. Consider the seemingly unimportant cutting corners example of yesterday's donuts. At the close of the day, you still have a dozen donuts left. The next day, you put them in a glass case along with today's donuts. If instead you had yesterday's donuts with a little sign that shows the discount price, you would sell them all and not take any risk to your business if the donuts were not completely up to snuff. The customer would not have any complaint because they were plainly marked yesterday's donuts. If you put them in the showcase, it looks like we go to the next slide. However, and sell them as today's
Yeah.
donuts, you may make an extra dollar. But when the customer complains to the family, I don't know, there's just something about these donuts, they're a disappointment. They're not the same as usual. You will have ruined your reputation with one whole family. That family has friends and other relatives.
Yeah, thank you. It's a great reading. So, did you see the example of the donut? So, if you are going for the profit, which mostly entrepreneur or business, not entrepreneur, just a normal business people, they do. So they more rely on the profit, and they try to cheat people as well. And it happens in many businesses, not in a donor. It's just an example that if you have a problem with your product and service, you can reduce the price and tell the customer what is wrong with the customer, is my product or service, rather than to sell as it is. And they think that what they manager and the runner of the business, they think, oh, customer will not know that it is the yesterday donut. No problem. They will eat. They will eat because of our reputation. So they are mesmerizing their business in their mind, and they think that uh, the customer will not know about these donut were old donut, uh, and they will eat it as a fresh donut. And that is the starting point when your business will collapse. When you try to misrepresent your product or service to your customer, and you are faking your product or service, you are cheating with the customer, then you think that they will not know, it is your misunderstanding. Customers are very clever and intelligent. No matter they don't tell you on the spot, no matter they don't have courage to fight with you or go with you sometime. I'm talking about the 90% customer. The 90% customer, they will eat your yesterday donut as a fresh donut, but they will not come next time. And they have a gut feeling that there was something wrong, and you have betrayed their trust. They will not. It is a spiritual world. Don't try to be a smart manager. This is the starting point of collapse of your business. So let's have a look. Last thing, um, that what I'm talking about, that the managers who are trying to take the shortcut to earn money and they cheat with the customer, there is no attraction. They will, if you go to the Google and you found of read the reviews, many people they read the negative reviews first. Oh, why that customer gave the 1 star? Let me read first. So they read, and then after reading 2 3 negative star, they decide, oh no, no, oh my god, even though that business have uh, 5 star rating, overall 5 star rating, but because of the negative review, one negative review will distract it from your product or service. So I would ask Cynthia if you can finish this last paragraph.
Never take a shortcut that is going to impair your reputation. If you just assume that your customers know what is going on, then you will be right. People, in fact, do just know even though they cannot say what it is. Rationalizing a departure from quality originates from force in such quotes as, what they don't know won't hurt them. That is true. What they don't know won't hurt them, but it sure will hurt you. They will not know if they will not know it consciously. However, they certainly know it is unconsciously. This is true in every area of life.
Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. It's a great reading. So here the Dr. David Hawkins is giving a very sensitive message to us. Don't try to smart with other people, even in a personal life, even in a family life, even with your spouse, even with your kids, even with your parents, even with your friend and family. If you are doing or if you are cheating, no matter they will not tell you, but they will feel it. And many people, when they have a broken relationship or unexpected response from certain friend and family, and when you try to hide your cheating stuff, and you are assuming that she and he does not know that I did cheat that person, but spiritually, unconsciously, that he or she knew that you cheated them. And the same thing he's talking about here. If you assuming that your customer, it won't hurt them, but it will hurt them to your customer, and they won't come back to you. There are so many. It's a very competitive market. If your donut, they find their donut was old and not fresh, they will go tomorrow next donut shop. Don't worry, you lose the customer, and you will keep losing the customer until your business will fell down, until you will have a cash flow difficulty in your business. This is the spiritually thing. And therefore, 90% or 95% businesses, they close down within 2 years when they started, after started. Within 2 years. Only 2 years of your age, 95% businesses, small businesses. Why? Because within 2 years, they were not able to win the trust of the people. Hence, they try to cheat the people to raise the profit so that they can sustain, they can make the money at least. But that won't make any difference. And they have to close their business and they become defaulter. That is very true. But the businesses, small businesses who were or who are able to win the trust of the customer through their product or services. So after 2 years, only 5% companies, they go to the next level of their business journey. And that is very true because of attraction, because of uh, they new businesses, they more rely on promotion. Oh, I have to promote to get new customer. Yes, you need a certain marketing budget to let them know you are there to serve them, but not for the forcefully or compelling or faking them to buy your product or service. I remember I tell you one thing and then I close down. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm running a very successful business. Every day I receive 4, 5, and sometimes 6, 7 emails and messages to buy the reviews. So it means that I will pay them, and let's say I will give them £100, and within £100 they will leave 5 positive 5-star reviews, and they are fake reviews. No matter if I will get 50 fake reviews for £100, but I believe spiritually that will start off my end of my business eventually, because everything does matter. You cannot fake the things for longer time. So that's why I have to block them to these marketing people. I have to sometime speak harsh word when they're speaking over the phone as a marketing sale or sale, and then or sometime I speak very politely with the message and meaningful. Look, I don't believe on fake reviews and never don't try to contact me. Yes, if you have some genuine service, this is my email address and come to me. I'm happy to buy something which is which create a genuine attraction for the customer, but not the fake thing. So that's the importance of attraction, and that is the uh, key successful factor in making you a very successful entrepreneur, business person, or a family person in your private or professional life both. Any anyone has any question or thought before I close my class today?
I watched a show yesterday that came from the UK. There's three groups of people who were street food businesses, but they wanted to open restaurants. So they went to somehow these investors were advertising what they could do. And these people went to the investors explaining to them how they got where they were, why they want to get where they want to go. And that's why they were applying for um, money so that they could build now a restaurant. So the one guy, well, he was very, very busy with the street food, but he wanted more. He got the money from one of the investors. Um, so 2 or 3 weeks after they were in business, the investor went in to see how they were doing. And all of a sudden he said, wow, in less than 2 weeks, you changed everything that we gave you the money for. And we don't understand why, since you had a very good business. And they had claimed that they wanted to now be able to cut costs. They thought if they make some changes that it would be okay. But a lot of people did notice what they had done. And so everything that you were mentioning today is it's true. I mean, people go so far and then they cut corners and they lose business and then they wonder why.
Absolutely, you are quite right, and yeah, that is a key thing which they must consider, even if they are failure business people. But the trust and yeah,
Back home in New Jersey, there is a family that started making donuts, and they've been in business for 55 years. It's unbelievable. So they make so many donuts in the morning. When they sell out by 10 o'clock, which they always do, they close down for 2 hours and then they open back up at 1 o'clock. And you're always waiting in line, but very rarely is anyone complaining.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. That is a genuine attraction. That's why we trust, we rely on our brand. That's why we give them 5 star, and they are part of our life. Um, so if the small businesses are closing down in UK or America, which are the biggest nation in the world, because every second, third, fourth person is starting their small business. But within 1 or 2 years, they close down because of certain reason. I'm not saying that all reasons because of their fake or because of their they were not able to have attraction for the customer. Also, there are other factors as well. Um, but the main, this is the biggest failure reason because they most believe on promotion. They mostly believe on uh, quick shortcuts to get quick, quick rich scheme stuff type of stuff.
If you'll ever notice,
That's it.
people can get super rich and they can make it all the way doing the wrong things and the shortcuts and the bad reputation. But the problem with that is if there's a economic downturn and you lose it all and everybody loses it all, if you lost it all but you had a good reputation and it wasn't your fault, then everybody will sign back up with you again. But if you lost your reputation during that time, you can't rebuild because now everybody knows not to deal with you. So like your integrity is so first in everything that you do because they won't bet on you again if you
Right.
treat them like that.
Yeah, very, very important factor. When people start to lose you, um, then very difficult to win their trust. Um, until you announce a public apology with a genuine sentiment, and then maybe some people have a soft heart to come back to you. Um, so uh, I give you a quick example. Uh, uh, I think a couple of years ago, Apple, they, they, I think millions of customers, they complain to Apple, their phones are getting slowed down because of the battery or thing. And then the Apple said, yes, it is because of our software, iOS software. Uh, we have upgraded it. That's why this slowed down. And it was very annoyed for millions of people. How is it possible? We buy their phone for having a genuine experience. But if it is getting slowed down due to their software, first thing they didn't tell us that because of their software, your speed will fell down, and we apologize for that. They never announced it until customers start to bombard the complaints on the Apple site and the discussion and leaving a very negative review about the Apple iPhones. And then Apple did understand the sensitivity of the thing, and they say, we really apologize, and they did a public apology, and then they offered the free battery replacement at all Apple store in UK or maybe in America as well. And then people start to again buy Apple iPhone, and they probably been were able to retain them again. I think so. That depends how much you are honest with your product or service and about caring the other you about the people. But majority entrepreneur, I don't call them entrepreneur. Majority business people, they just are doing business for money making, and that's run away or fly away. Um, and they think that the business is only the money making thing, and they never been able to learn that the business is actually a service. Um and more you are honest and genuine with your service provider, whether you are a maker or manufacturer or something, or service provider, people will buy from you for a reason, not because of the money, because of the reason, because of the emotional attachment with your product or service, not because you are giving something miraculous thing or something. It's not. But many people, they don't understand. They keep cheating the people. They keep try to find so many hundreds of ways to cheat and make the money, get quick rich scheme, and that's it. And that's all thing. And that's why our societies have sort of frustration uh, as well because of not quality of businesses uh, we come across. Um, I see in my local market every after every month, every 6 month after the shop closed down and some other shop is opening instead on the same place. One outlet is closed, a new outlet from other brand, other new companies opening. It's keep going on, shut, open, and shut new outlet. Why? Because of course, when any business is closing down, it does mean that there was problem with the business. So one of the big reason we just are discussing about they were not able to win the people hearts. They were not enough attracted so that they would offer a genuine customer experience. Um, that's it. We will learn the next step, number 6 of ABC, and the next step is about reliability. We will learn next week how the reliability help you to make you a successful businesswoman, businessman, or a organizational leader. Reliability, so important. See you next week, the same time, on the same Facebook page and on the same Zoom page. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Meritive. Everyone have a good week.
Thank you. Bye. See ya.